Hello everyone, we've been talking about partial takings and different concepts that come into play with regards to determining damages for a property owner in those situations. One example that I'd like to address right now is the situation where the partial taking creates a non-conforming use. Probably a real good example of that is a situation where a road is being expanded or widened in front of a commercial property, and the normal setback of, let's say, 30 feet from the roadway has now been changed. So with the new acquisition, the setback could be only 15 feet, maybe even down as low as 10 feet or 5 feet from the front of the building, so that it no longer complies with the zoning. Frequently, what the condemning authorities will do is they will recognize and pay for the damages that are caused to the land that is actually being acquired, but they fail to fully acknowledge or recognize the severance damages from the partial taking that are caused to the building that is left. By being a non-conforming use, what municipalities will frequently do is they will recognize that as long as that use that is there is continued and maintained, it will be grandfathered. But there are sometimes limitations. Properties that are non-conforming often will find that there are ordinances applicable that do not allow improvements or do not allow expansions. So consequently, if you have a property where a non-conforming use has been created, you have to appreciate that the property that is left now has the inability, or may have the inability, to have any improvements done, have any expansion done to it without tearing the building down first. And that can have a significant reduction in value to the remainder that oftentimes is ignored or neglected by the condemning authority when they determine the amount of just compensation that that property owner is entitled to receive. So anytime that you're faced with a situation for a non-conforming use, and it could be for any number of reasons, degree of parking, setbacks, those are probably the two most common, but any situation that results in a non-conforming use will or should generate a level of damages that oftentimes are ignored or not factored in by condemning authorities. So the prudent property owner needs to be vigilant about determining what types of nonconformity might exist because of a taking, because if that claim is not made at the time that the taking occurs, any future claim for damages caused by that nonconformity will be lost against the condemning authority.